Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you found yourself addicted to SAO, you will be pleasantly surprised to learn many other anime based on massive multiplayer online role-playing games exist for you to try as well. Leveling Up anime is the best anime out there in the anime community, where it's the type of anime that most fans search for. That's why today I have made a list of anime that is based off the RPG genre. Today we are counting down on the top 10 Leveling Up anime. We are not going to take some popular anime like That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Overlord, The King's Avatar, Danmachi, and a couple others. Coming at number 10 we have In Another World with My Smartphone. This is an isekai anime, to put it simply. The main character of this anime dies. God feels bad, sends him to another world, and he gets a better life than before, as well as a harem, and he's overpowered as hell. Everything is as convenient as can be, and the list goes on. That is the whole plot of this anime. If you're familiar with the characteristic tropes of the isekai genre, you will spot a lot of them in this series. Some cliches are fun and entertaining, and having them really isn't a problem. Unless that's literally all you do. There is no tension in this anime. Each and every time something interesting could happen, the show spits in your face as the problem at hand is solved within seconds by Gary Stu, our stupidly broken main character. Honestly, it's a fairly decent show. While it isn't plot heavy and the main characters basically just live the easy life, it's a very pleasant show to watch. Everyone just has some lighthearted fun and everyone gets a happy ending. I would recommend it if you're in between shows and you need something to fill in that space. At number 9 we have Ragnarok, the animation. The story about Ragnarok is like any other fantasy animation. The young hero travels all over the world, getting some strong friends, and finally kills the boss to save the day. As for this animation, the first half is funny with bright color and small jokes everywhere. However, the story suddenly becomes extremely heavy at the beginning of episode 17, and just keeps getting dark until the end. The change of the atmosphere can be too sudden, but it does have many good episodes within it. Episode 19 is the best in my opinion. It's really touching. Some people watch a little of the beginning and saw that it was not game related, and then say it's not worth watching at all. Well, I think those people watch the anime because of the game's brand name. This anime has a really good plot that comes with a good ending. This story also included some romance in it, which makes it even better. At number 8 we have a Rad Senai, Slap Up Party. The plot in a Rad Senai is kind of based on your default RPG story. You grow strong and defeat the ultimate evil to grow into a savior. In this case, it is a demon that has cast a curse over the continent, awakening monsters and causing any people that have witnessed it to slowly turn into demons. The story focuses on a young man named Baron, who also received the curse and looks for a way to undo this. You might say this is another boring adventure anime. Nothing wrong with that. I have seen anime series with an overused or boring plot still pull off something interesting. Filler aside, the show isn't really anything special. Aside from some of the colorful characters, it's just another fantasy adventure anime where our band of heroes must go somewhere to find something. The show is often goofy, so if you're looking for a serious fantasy series, I'd look elsewhere. But if you want to have a little bit of a good time with some laughs, then you are more than welcome. At number 7 we have Hack Sign. The story will no doubt seem familiar at this point because so many series have ripped off Hack. After a computer virus devastates the internet, a new web system is created, and shortly after, a massive MMORPG using virtual reality is born as the brainchild of a German computer genius with mysterious motives. A player called Tsukasa finds himself trapped in this fantasy MMORPG and is unable to log out, but is not aware why or even who he is in the real world. This is only a problem for Tsukasa, and no other players are affected by this. What makes this unique is that Tsukasa dying in the game world doesn't mean he will die in the real world. Instead, he just respawns and is still trapped, like an eternal purgatory. Tsukasa must discover the mystery of why he is trapped and find out more about this MMORPG and why it was created. The pacing in this series is slow, so it will take a while to get good. However, I appreciate that this series, unlike SAO or Log Horizon, focuses mainly on character development and psychological drama, rather than pointless action and fan service. At number 6 we have Senyu, a simple but really imaginative one in my opinion. One day a huge hole appeared in the world, and at the same time, many monsters started appearing. The reason though behind this is that the Demon King, Archimedes, that was sealed by the legendary hero Creason, was revived, and so that the king sent forth the hero's descendant to defeat the Demon King. All 75 of them. Seeing that there's around 1,000 years between the sealing and current time, it is hard to know who's the real descendant. So being the righteous king he is, he grabbed those who seemed fit. So Alba's, hero number 45, and Ross's, appointed by the king and from the royal soldiers, a venture had begun. It sounds simple and has a very serious feel to it, doesn't it? Incorrect! Senyu is a comedy, with only 4 to 5 minutes of showtime. More than 95% of it is comedy, while the other 1% is explaining the story, and the other 4% is the ending song. That's right. Don't expect your heart to be beaten into a pulp or staying up all night because of a horrendous plot twist. Just be sure to have your what the fuck face on, because you're probably not going to believe what you are seeing. And be sure to have your water ready, because you'll be laughing out loud until you're dehydrated. If you like knights, demon lords, old perverts, and constant slapstick satirical comedy, then this one is for you. Don't miss this wonderful series. I mean, it's definitely not like you don't have time for it right now. At number 5 we have Excel World. Excel World follows Haruyuki, a short, fat boy who attends a prestigious school. But throughout his entire life he is bullied, and he starts to despise his real life. He wishes the world to be like a video game. Excel World is some sort of MMO where your avatar can interact with others and play all sorts of minigames. Fate changes Haruyuki's life as he meets the most popular girl in his school, who saves him from his turmoil. She introduces Burst Limit, where he can change his situations in reality, but he has to play a variety of games for it to change. It is a great and modern concept, and aside from Accelerated World, which is only accessible for some chosen persons, every area has a global link or a server where everyone can access using a device. Just imagine your school turning into a big server, and each student will have an avatar representing themselves in that server. Still a little bit confused? Well, just watch it and we'll clear things up for you. At number 4 we have Pandora Hearts. The story follows Ozzy Vasilis, who is heir to one of the Duke houses, has just turned 15. His life is rich and carefree, darkened only by the constant absence of his father. At his coming-of-age ceremony, however, everything changes. For no reason that he can discern, he's cast into the prison known as the Abyss, only to be saved by a chain known as Alice. The blood-stained black rabbit. It is unknown why he was cast into the Abyss, how Alice factors into it all, and what does the organization known as Pandora want with him. Now, what is going to happen? If you want to know, then why not join the adventure with the young man by watching this anime? You are gonna love it, I guarantee it. At number 3 we have Tower of Druaga, the Aegis of Uruk. It is said that every few years there is what's known as a Summer of Anu. During that summer, thanks to the divine protection of the sky god Anu, all of the demons in the tower lose their power. The country of Uruk has begun an invasion of the tower in order to suppress the demons. They build up positions inside the tower, with their sights set on getting to the upper levels. The Uruk army knows that this is the third summer of Anu, a perfect time to launch a mission to suppress the monster Druaga once and for all. The army of soldiers aren't the only ones in the tower, however. An entire city called Meskia has formed inside the tower's first floor. The story follows along Gilles' adventure with his crew of climbers as they progress through the levels of the tower and encounter beasts, personal battles, and betrayals. And along the way they keep a sort of episode by episode shift between comedy and serious story and character development. As you watch this series you can never tell what will happen in the next episode. Your guess is usually as good as the characters, but this is also a feather in Druaga's cap, as it delivers on both fronts, though it isn't quite good at mixing the two together. At number 2 we have Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. On her friend's recommendation, a girl who knows nothing about video games tries out a new VR MMO and immediately puts all of her skill points into defense because she doesn't like the idea of getting hurt. She bumbles her way through the game, somehow managing to become a top tier player by accidentally breaking established mechanics and making powerful friends. Join Maple on her journey through New World Online. Bofuri is a heartwarming comedy about how fun it is to make friends through online games, made all the better by its cheerful protagonist, Maple. Check it out if you need a break from the harsh realities of life. Now, coming in at number 1, we have ARA Furata, From Commonplace to World's Strongest. The story follows when the ordinary life of a 17-year-old otaku, Hajime Nagumo, is disrupted when he and his classmates are summoned to a fantasy world and tasked with saving mankind. While his classmates are gifted with impressive abilities used in combat, Hajime is belittled for only gaining an inferior transmutation skill that lacks any real offensive power. During an expedition in the Great Orcus Labyrinth, Hajime is betrayed by one of his classmates, plummeting him to the bottom of the abyss. Though he survives the fall, Hajime is faced with menacing monsters and misfortunes that send him spiraling into a grim nightmare. Desperate to live and return home one day, he resolves to fight for his survival, while steadily transforming from commonplace to the world's strongest. Alright everyone, that is our top 10 level up anime. Are you guys interested in any anime that was on this list? Or do you think that we missed some? Be sure to comment what you think down below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and definitely don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to support me on Patreon. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.